What is a bond? A bond is a debt security that a city, government, or company might issue for the purpose of raising capital. Interest rate. The bond's holder receives a periodic payment called the interest rate from the bond's issuer. There are bank loans and public loans. The principal, which is the money that was borrowed at the first place, is repaid only when the bonds mature. The interest rate is affected by two factors, time and risk. The longer the loan period and the greater the risk to the borrower, the higher the interest rate will be. Price of a bond. When the demand of a bond rises, the price rises. When the demand of a bond drops, the price drops. Annual yield to maturity. The annual yield to maturity is the rate of profit generated per year by the bond as it matures. What is inflation? Inflation is a term used to describe a continual rise in the price level of different goods and services around the world. Inflation can be measured between two periods of time, and it is calculated in points. The basket. Each month, prices of thousands of goods and services, such as food and medical care services, are recorded. The changes in their levels are reported as an index. This is called the Consumer Price Index, CPI. The index can rise or fall, but it only has meaning when we compare it to another month's index. Linkage to the CPI. When an investor links a loan to the CPI, he can actually make sure that he will be able to buy an equivalent basket of goods and services with the money he loaned. Types of bonds. Treasury bonds. Treasury bonds are long-term bonds commonly issued for a period of 30 years. Treasury notes. Treasury notes are short-term bonds issued for a period of 2, 5, or 10 years. Government bonds. Government bonds are bonds issued by the government in order to raise funds from the public. These bonds are known as risk-free. Treasury bills, T-bills. A U.S. T-bill is a short-term government bond issued for a period of no longer than 1 year. They have some unique characteristics, such as having a face value of $1,000 and bearing no interest. Corporate bonds. Corporate bonds are bonds issued by companies. Because they are considered riskier than government bonds, rating agencies evaluate this risk and give each bond a rating. Convertible bonds. Convertible bonds are bonds that give the holder the right to convert the bonds to stocks in the company using a conversion rate. Thanks for watching. We wish you a successful learning experience.